highway stretched ahead, a black ribbon under a sky bruised with twilight. My ancient pickup was coughing and sputtering, the fuel light a malevolent ruby glowing on the dash. I'd miscalculated, stupidly trusting the gauge's optimistic sweep. Then, a beacon, the fluorescent halo of a 24-hour convenience store, perched like a lonely sentinel miles from anywhere. Relief washed over me, quick and potent. I pulled in, the gravel crunching under my tires. The store looked odd. The paint was peeling, the sign a faded ghost of its former self. A single, sickly yellow light bled from the windows. No other cars, not even a flicker of life. I killed the engine, the silence that descended feeling heavier than it should. The door jangled a bell as I pushed it open. The air inside was thick with the scent of stale coffee and something else, something cloying and vaguely metallic. Rows of dusty snacks stood untouched, their wrappers brittle with age. A woman, her face a map of premature wrinkles, stood behind a worn-out counter. Her eyes, unnervingly bright in the dim light, fixed on me. "Late night," she rasped, her voice like dry leaves skittering across pavement. "Yeah," I managed, my own voice sounding thin. "Running on fumes. Need to fill up." She nodded, a slow, deliberate movement. "Card okay?" "Sure." I fumbled for my wallet, pulling out my plastic. As I handed it over, her fingers brushed mine. A jolt, cold and sharp, shot up my arm. I flinched. She didn't react. "Jason," she read from the card, her gaze unwavering. "Long way to go." "Just getting home," I said, trying to shake off the unease. The metallic tang in the air seemed to intensify. She slid the card into an ancient, clanking machine. The hum of the coolers suddenly seemed to falter, then stutter back to life, a strained, wheezing sound. "Hold on a minute, hun," she said, her eyes darting to a darkened corner of the store. I felt a prickle on the back of my neck. The feeling of being watched amplified. I turned slowly. In the deepest shadow, a figure was coalescing, a silhouette against the gloom. It was tall, unnaturally so, and it moved with a disjointed gait, like a marionette with tangled strings. "Who's that?" I asked, my voice a little too loud. The woman behind the counter smiled, a chilling, unmoving curve of her lips. "Just a friend, helping out." The figure emerged from the shadows. It was a man, gaunt and pale, with eyes that seemed to absorb what little light there was. He didn't have a face, not really. It was more of a suggestion, a blur of features that shifted and reformed as I watched, like looking at smoke. "He likes company," the woman whispered. My heart hammered against my ribs. This wasn't right. None of this was right. I snatched my card back, my hand trembling. "Forget it," I stammered, backing away. I'll find another place." The woman's smile widened, revealing too many teeth. "Oh, no you don't, Jason," she purred. "You're staying for a visit." The humming of the coolers ceased entirely. The only sound was the frantic beat of my own blood in my ears. The man took a step forward, and from the swirling void where his face should have been, a low, guttural sound emerged, a sound that promised only an endless, gnawing hunger. I didn't wait to see what he wanted. I turned and bolted, the bell above the door screaming its alarm as I burst back into the suffocating night. The gas station lights flickered and died, plunging the world into a terrifying, absolute darkness.